In this video, I want to discuss fulvic acid. But the first thing I want to point out is that the information that you will see and hear in this video should not be considered as medical advice or as an endorsement or recommendation for any product or course of treatment. And also, I want to point out that the manufacturer of this product and I make no claims that this product is intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or alleviate any disease or condition. Also, by showing you this product that I take, this is not meant to be considered a endorsement or a recommendation for you to go out and get this product. I'm just showing you a product that I use. If you wish to consider trying this or any other supplement or nutritional product, you should first consult with your doctor. Even though this isn't a recent discovery, even doctors that practice natural medicine might not be aware of fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is extremely potent. It's a stronger antioxidant even than something like Astaxanthin. It has over 70 trace minerals. It has vitamins. It has minerals, amino acids, phytochemicals, and all sorts of other constituents inside of it. A good thing is that they're all in a natural and bioavailable form, which means that your body can easily absorb them. And they're in such a small form that they're even smaller than nano-sized. They can easily be transported directly into the cells. They bypass your digestive system even. Some of the things it does, it helps transport nutrients into cells, and it pulls waste out of the cells. It even crosses the blood-brain barrier. Another thing it does is it increases the absorption of anything you take with it. So if you're on any type of medication and you take fulvic acid, it has to be at least 2 hours before or after you take the medication, because if you take it with fulvic acid, it might have the effect of causing you to have the effect of overdosing on the medication because it increases the absorption of it. I always like to pull up web pages so people could get an idea of some sites they could go to start their research and to learn more information. This site here is called Supreme Fulvic. You can see the web address there. And I don't use their product, but I love their site because they have a lot of information on it. They also have links to research, and they have a good frequently asked question section where they answer good questions. And I'm trying to go through here slow so you can see. But since you have the web address here, you could go to that site and pull up this information yourself. And on that same site, here's the resource page. They have some good articles and information about fulvic acid. And number 8, you can see where it says inhibition of HIV. That's a good report you should read. Now, this is the brand that I use. It's made by a company called Optimally Organic. And it's actually a concentrated form. This bottle should last me at least 4 months, maybe 6 months. It depends on how much you use it. And there's that page. One thing I want to show you is this video. Let me give you a shot of the title. It's on YouTube, so you could look this up. There's this cancer documentary. It's called The Quest for the Cures, and they detail different alternative cancer treatments. And this is one of the medical doctors that is featured in the documentary, and he's talking about fulvic acid and how he uses it for his cancer patients. He's actually used it on over 8,000 patients. But I'm going to play a small part of it, and you can find it yourself if you want to watch the whole thing.
Talk about the relationship of fulvic acid and treating cancer.
Okay, very good. Fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is the end product of decomposition of organic matter. Okay, as I think a compost. Okay, as compost breaks down. Okay, it ends up in this black soil. Okay, it's
Good stuff.
Good stuff. And the reason it's good stuff is that decomposition. You took 50 pounds of waste, okay, and it decomposed down to 5 pounds of, say, soil. What you have there in that soil is the nutrition of 50 pounds of waste, all concentrated down into that soil. Well, there's things called humic shale. They're deposits all around the world, and what they are is deposits of, well, somehow, at some point in history, there were massive forests that got thousands of tons of dirt dumped on them, followed by thousands of gallons of water. And in certain places, they got so much dirt dumped on them that they got pushed lower into the crust, and that the amount of pressure they were under caused that biomass to convert into petroleum. Other places, it was much closer to the surface, and the microbes in the soil, the bacteria and all the different microbes in the soil, acted on that biomass of this covered forest, okay, and decomposed it. And what we have left over from that is humic shale, and it's basically the compost soil, okay? What we do is we take that and we extract fulvic acid. Now, fulvic acid is the absolute smallest particle of that compost, if you will. Okay, it has all the genetic information, all of the nutrition, all of the antioxidant capacity. Okay, fulvic acid, the molecule of fulvic acid has 14 tetratrillion electrons it can donate. Tetratrillion. There's 21 zeros behind 14.
That's a number you can't have.
It's unfathomable. One molecule has that many electrons to donate.
And that's one of the problems with free radicals.
Sure. It is a free radical quencher. It is so tiny that it works on the outside of the cell, works on the inside of the cell, and it works on the various components of the cell. Most importantly, it works in the mitochondria, the generator of the cell, the power generator for the cell. Okay. In the Krebs cycle, the energy cycle that the mitochondria has to go through to produce cellular energy, ATP. Carbohydrate is split. Okay, you have a carbon and hydrogen bond that is split. Okay, and when that happens, energy is released, and the mitochondria produce ATP. ATP goes out to the rest of the cell itself doesn't fit this job. Problem is, when that happens, you have a carbon fragment and a hydrogen fragment. And those are called free radicals. Okay, we call them cellular debris, free radicals. In essence, it's kind of like if you had a wood stove and you burn wood in there for a week and never clean the ash out. Eventually, the wood's full of ash and you can't burn anything.
Yeah.
That's what happens with our cells and causes them to die. Okay, they have so many fragments of nutrients floating around in them that it snuffs the cell out. It can't burn anymore. Okay, it can't metabolize anymore. Fulvic acid goes into the cell and can convert all of those fragments of nutrients back into nutrition.
Wow.
It's some cool stuff.
That's very cool.
Very cool stuff.
I've never heard of that before.
And nothing else does that. Is the thing. So we can. It's an anti-aging agent. Okay. It's an antioxidant agent. It's a molecule that will carry electricity. Okay. So it acts as an electrolyte in your cell without minerals. It's one of the. It's a phenomenon. It's a phenomenon. And when you're feeling tired, okay, when you're tired and you just ran down, you just don't have a lot of energy.
I'm not going to play the whole video, but I just want to play a little bit of it to give you an idea of some of the things fulvic acid can do. And like I said before, if you wish to consider trying it, you should consult with your doctor.